Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here. It's time for some beer reviews. Now, if you've noticed, I'm out in my garden because we're starting to get a bit of sunshine. I'm also getting pigeons flying around my garden. It's coming up to end of February, but we're having couple of sunny days, so I thought, why not get out into the garden and make use of my bar/DJ booth. Yeah, why not? It's dry, it's lovely, it's great. A little chilly though, hence I've got the jumper on. Now, if you're brand new to this channel, welcome along to the Hop House. We'll call that because we like hoppy beer, we like house music. If you like either of those, or both, give us one of those. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel if it sounds like your cup of tea. Okay, so I've been clearing out a beer stash because I've got another Brewster box coming for March, and I've got to make room. So I've sort of having a bit of a clear out of beers that I've kept beers that are quite far out of date actually. So the beers that I've had before, and I've reviewed them, so unfortunately they have actually had to be thrown away. They've been poured down the sink and thrown away. Sacrilege! I've thrown away beer. But I've managed to save a couple that I haven't done. So these are quite old now, but I wanted to get them out of the way and reviewed. Do you want to see what we're doing first? Okay, I got this direct from Vocation Brewery. You know me and my love for Vocation Brewery. When they had their contract agreement, partnership, whatever you want to call it, with Gweilo in Hong Kong. I originally did their sherbet lemon sour, which has been rebrewed since and changed. Their contract is now with Brew York. It's a little bit better, the sour with Brew York. In fact, I reviewed that. I've got that to review, sorry. I've not reviewed it, sorry. I've had it before, but you know what I mean. Right, I'll show you what I'm doing now anyway. This is called an East and a West Pale Ale. It's Gweilo, it's Vocation. It's a collaboration beer, and it's coming in, where's the ABV? There it is, 5.7%. See that? 5.7. 440 milliliter can. Nice artwork on the can. So Gweilo and Vocation, East and West Pale Ale. So is this going to be like a mountain IPA style? So it's going to be cloudy and hazy, but it's going to be quite bitter as well as tropical and a bit in the middle. I hope so. Right, let's get it out into the glass. I've got my Vocation. Just making sure it doesn't pop open and go everywhere. Got one of my Vocation V glasses. I've got two of these. So here we go, into the glass. I won't tell you the best before on this. It's quite a bit past it. So there's your beer in the glass. We'll pour it to there. Nice and sort of hazy looking. Lovely white head on it. Lovely lacing. Love the lacing on that. Now this beer, although it's past its best before, is so-called out of date. It has been kept in my beer box, which is over there in the corner of my garden, over that direction, over there that you can't see. It's a big plastic box. You think you're supposed to put like gardening stuff in it, but I had stored my beer in there. But it's always in the shade, so it's always kept cool. So even in, I mean now, I'm just taking it out of my beer box because I'm clearing out and I'm just going straight to reviewing it. It's not even had to be refrigerated, because although it's quite nice, pleasant and sunny at the moment, it's still pretty cold on a night time. It's still frosting. So it keeps it at a nice cool temperature. So I'm hoping this is going to be great. Right, lace division for those that love the lacing. A jig, 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 and we jig, and we jig. And we twirly, whirly, swirly, whirly, whirly, swirl. Can you see the bubbles chasing the head of the beer? It looks good from here. Right, let's cover some aroma then. Put that into there, give it a whiff. See what we can sniff. Oh. Very lemony. Smells lemony and malty. It smells a bit like a shandy. Very much like a shandy. If there's the first thing that comes to my mind there, it smells like a shandy beer, like a lemonade shandy. Very lemony. And like a lager malt smell. Getting a little bit of pine as well underneath that lemon. Very lemonade shandy-esque. It smells different. Now, is that because of the best before on it? I'll tell you the best before a little bit later. Should we give it a try? It smells interesting. Bottoms up, down the hatch. Sorry if my eyes start to water. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's not too bad, but it's enough where it makes your eyes run a bit. When I not that I've been out running for ages, but when I used to go out running, it's a little bit breezy and windy. It looked like I was crying. People thought I was like running away from something, a bit attacked. Shall I have an attack on this beer? It's different. It's different, but is it because it's out of date? Have the hops faded? Maybe so. It has got a very lemony taste to it. Lemon, lime, a little bit of pine. There's some juiciness coming through. It's trying. I can sort of see what it's trying to do. Probably my own fault. I probably left this way too late to review in the day. You know, end of February, coming up to the end of February 2023, and this has probably got a 2021 date best before on it. I don't think it's that late. I think it's 22. I think it works well in the body and the mouthfeel of a mountain style. So this is East and West Coast. So what we're talking about America, East and West Coast of America. Well, it might not be. We might be talking about East as in like, you know, a pigeon nearly just took my head off. Could be talking East as in Far East, Hong Kong, where Gweilo are from, or West as in West Yorkshire, where Hebden Bridge are from. It's a play on words, isn't it? So, but in terms of America style beer, which this is aiming to be, I'm guessing, it's got a bit of haze to it, and it's got the juiciness and tropicalness in the middle of the tongue of an East Coast Pale Ale, a New England. It's got the carbonation. It's slightly fizzy, slightly sharp. I don't use the word harsh because that's like a negative word to use, but it's slightly sharp and zingy and zesty, which makes it feel like a shandy because it's a little bit fizzy, it's a little bit sizzly, but that's also more West Coast style. It's very lemon forward, so it does taste like a lemonade shandy with the fizziness, and then there's a bit of pine in the aftertaste, and it has got a dry finish with a bit of pine on the back end. So that would fit in with the West Coast sort of America style beer. So I think it's a mountain style hybrid beer. In all honesty, I think it is quite hoppy. It's very lemony. Lemon is big in this. It's massively lemony, and it's got sort of pine out on the aftertaste, and a bit of sweetness throughout. So it does fit the styles, I guess, of the East and the West Coast. Right, let's have a look and see what it says. So there's your can design again. East and West Pale Ale. At 5.7%. IBU's at 18, it says. Best before, September 2022. So it's not. It is out of date, but it's not as bad. I thought it was 2021 out of date, but it's not that bad. So here we go. So Gweilo, I'll just read that bit on the can because I haven't done a Gweilo beer for ages. Like I say, I've got the other sour to do, so now that the sun's coming out, I might be out in the garden a bit more. Gweilo, number 1, Cantonese term meaning ghost chap. Number 2, Cantonese slang term used to describe foreign settlers in the Canton in the 16th century. Number 3, affectionate slang term used to describe foreigners in Hong Kong. And then it goes to number 5. So I don't know what number 4 is, but they haven't put it on the can. Number 5, exceptional craft beer born in Hong Kong, brewed with talent, expertise, and above all, modesty. You can take the Gweilo out of Hong Kong, but you can't take the Hong Kong out of the Gweilo. So that's to describe who Gweilo are, the Hong Kong based. The sour was alright, this is better. Brewed with our friends at Vocation, East and West Pale celebrates our partnership across 2 sides of the globe to launch Gweilo in the UK. The soft, hazy base is dry hop with Galaxy and Vic Secret, imparting notes of ripe papaya, guava and pineapple, heading into a dank flavour profile on the finish. This beer is the first of many exciting new brews. Label artwork by sabotage.me. Ingredients: barley, wheat, oats, hops and yeast. And then it's in different languages as well. I think there's some Hong Kong Chinese writing as well. So yeah, September 2022, so we're in February. We're quite a bit out of date. We're like 6 months. I don't know if I'm getting the guava. Definitely getting very lemony. maybe it's the pineapple. Yeah, now I'm smelling it more. Yeah, lemony pineapple. I struggle to pick up pineapple. I always mistake it for either lemon or coconut in like Sabro beers and Talus beers and stuff. Sorry, breeze is making my eyes water again. Overall, it's quite nice. It's a little bit shandy-esque. The mouthfeel and the carbonation's different, but it's I think it's a good balance of a hybrid beer. At first, when I thought it tasted a bit shandy-esque, I thought it tasted a bit like, ooh, this tastes like a cheap Aldi beer or something. But when the pine came in on the back end, it sort of saved the day. Yes, it's decent enough. I give it a thumbs up. I probably wouldn't give it more than that. But I don't even know if... I know that obviously this was brewed with Vocation. Have they done a version of this with Brew York? I don't know. Collectively redefining. I won't go that far. It gets a thumbs up from me. It's okay. It's alright. It's not bad. Thanks very much for watching. If you can see more Gweilo beer, I think you get it via Brew York now. Go see what West Coast, East Coast IPAs they've got. There you go. Ta for watching. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time right here on the Hop House. Ciao for now, people. Ta-ra.